The concluding part of the story of Ikenna and the mysterious golden mirror. As Ikenna, Obinna, Chike, and Amara stood among the ruins of the second shattered artifact, they realized the gravity of what they had just done. The air around them crackled with residual energy, the power that had once been locked away now free. For a moment everything was still, too still. "I feel like we've made a mistake," Amara whispered, her eyes scanning the now silent chamber. Obinna and Chike exchanged worried glances, but Ikenna stood tall. He knew the destruction of the second artifact was necessary, yet something deeper stirred within him, a sense that their journey was not yet over. Suddenly, the ground beneath their feet began to shift. The fragments of the second artifact, shimmering with light, lifted into the air and swirled around the group like a whirlwind. Out of the vortex, a booming voice echoed, a voice that they recognized from the cave of the golden mirror. "You have destroyed the artifacts, but with their destruction, the balance has been broken." The group watched in awe as a figure ancient and ethereal appeared before them. It was the guardian of the mirror, a being of immense power who had once warned Ikenna of the dangers that lay ahead. The guardian's expression was unreadable as it spoke again. "With the artifacts destroyed, the forces that have long been contained are now free to spread across the world. Chaos will reign unless these powers are sealed once more. But this time, it cannot be done by magic alone." Ikenna's heart sank as the realization hit him. The destruction of the artifacts had freed the powers, but someone had to bear the burden of containing them. It was the only way to restore the balance. "Ikenna!" Chike's voice was shaky as he looked at his friend. "What do we do now?" Ikenna turned to his friends, his resolve hardening. "There's only one thing left to do. The powers need a guardian, someone to keep them contained, to stop them from destroying everything." Amara's eyes widened with understanding. "No, Ikenna, you can't. We've come this far together. There has to be another way." Obinna stepped forward, shaking his head in disbelief. "You're not doing this alone." But Ikenna knew what had to be done. "It's the only way," he said softly, looking each of them in the eyes. "You've been with me through everything, but this is something I have to do." The guardian nodded solemnly, recognizing Ikenna's choice. "You are right, Ikenna. Only one with a heart pure enough to sacrifice their own desires for the sake of the world can hold this power. You are that one." Before his friends could protest, the guardian raised its hands, and the swirling energy enveloped Ikenna. He felt the powers surge through him, overwhelming, vast, ancient. He became a vessel for the forces that had once been contained in the artifacts, his body glowing with their intensity. Yet, rather than being consumed by the power, Ikenna felt at peace. Obinna, Chike, and Amara watched, tears in their eyes, as Ikenna's form began to fade. He was becoming something greater than himself, a guardian, a protector of the world. He looked back at them one last time, his face calm. "Take care of each other," he said, his voice filled with both warmth and finality. "Tell the world the truth of what we've done here, and make sure no one ever seeks this power again." And with that, Ikenna was gone. The chamber fell silent once more, the forces now contained within him, sealed away from the world. Obinna, Chike, and Amara stood together, their hearts heavy but filled with pride. They had witnessed the birth of a legend, the legend of Ikenna, the man who gave everything to protect the world from unimaginable power. As they made their way back to their village, the story of Ikenna began to spread. His name became a symbol of courage, selflessness, and sacrifice. Obinna, Chike, and Amara carried on, honoring their friend's legacy, ensuring that the artifacts would never be sought again. And so, the legend of Ikenna grew, a story of a man who faced the greatest forces of the world, not for the pursuit of power, but for the love of his people and the courage to protect them. Though he was gone, his spirit lived on in the hearts of those who told his tale.